rapid access to comprehensive oncology data, and survival analysis. This is the OncoToolkit.
Well, hello there. I'm Gemini. That battery can last up to 24 hours even with the always-on display turned on. It's pretty cool.
Look, we all know the pressure. You've got an Adnexal mass. Is it minutes to a confident triage decision, or is it hours digging through guidelines? Let's be real. This is about giving you an instant, evidence-based answer for what is one of the most critical decisions we make in gynecology.
So let's break it down. When you're managing an adnexal mass, it all boils down to one fundamental challenge, right? You've got to accurately assess that malignancy risk to figure out the absolute best course of action for your patient. Do we manage conservatively, or do we refer out?
The goal itself sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Preoperatively, we just need to figure out if a mass is malignant. But the question that follows is incredibly high stakes. Can this patient be safely managed by a general gynecologist? Or, and this is the big one, do they need an immediate referral to a GYN oncologist for proper surgical staging? This calculator, it's literally built to give you that answer and give it to you fast.
So, how do we solve this? Well, not with guesswork. We solve it with solid, established clinical science. Let's really get into it and decode the Risk of Malignancy Index, what we all know as the RMI.
So what exactly is the RMI? It's a really well-validated algorithm that's designed to do one thing very well: assess the risk of malignancy. And it does this by taking three absolutely crucial preoperative parameters and combining them into a single actionable score. It's elegant, really.
And here, as you can see in this image, is the foundational science behind it all. The RMII formula is actually just a simple multiplication. You take the ultrasound score, which we call U, you multiply it by the menopausal status score, M, and then you multiply that by the absolute serum CA125 level. It's just U times M times CA125. And this isn't something new. This methodology comes straight from that landmark 1990 paper by Jacobs and his team. That's what gives it so much credibility.
Okay, now this reference table you're looking at right now, this is the key. This is what turns that number, that RMI score, into a concrete action plan. It works by linking the score directly to a risk prediction and, most importantly, to a super clear management pathway. And it all hinges on three critical cutoffs.
And those cutoffs are incredibly precise. If you get a score under 25, that's low risk. We're talking less than a 3% chance of malignancy, so you can manage that conservatively. Get a score between 25 and 200, that's your intermediate risk zone, and it's a flag for further review or imaging. But, and this is the one you really need to watch, a score over 200, that's high risk. We're talking a positive predictive value of over 75%. That's a mandatory, immediate referral to a GYN oncologist, no question.
Okay, so we've just done a deep dive on the science. You get it. Now let's see how the OncoToolkit takes all of that evidence and just automates it perfectly. We're going to see how it turns that manual calculation into an instant and totally transparent result right at the point of care.
The workflow, honestly, it couldn't be more efficient. It's just 3 steps. 1, you plug in your 3 key data points: menopausal status, the CA125, and the ultrasound features. 2, the app instantly kicks back the RMI score and puts it in the correct risk tier for you. And 3, and this part is absolutely critical, you can immediately review the logic behind it all to verify the entire calculation.
Let's see this in action. Take a look. On the left, you see the super clean input screen. The clinician enters the data. We've got a postmenopausal patient, a CA125 of 35, and just one ultrasound feature. Then, boom, instantly, look at the right. The tool calculates the result right there for you, an RMI score of 105, which, as we just learned, is classified as intermediate risk. Simple as that.
And this really gets to the heart of our philosophy here. We just flat out don't believe in black boxes. The math, the reference tables, it's all right there for you to review. Look, this isn't about just spitting out an answer and asking you to trust it. It's about showing you the exact evidence-based calculation step by step so you can fully trust and, more importantly, verify the result for yourself.
But the power of this tool doesn't just stop at that single calculation. Not at all. We're now going to see how it builds from a single critical clinical decision into the very foundation of your next research project.
Right here in the Saved Results interface, with literally just a single click, every calculation can be saved. You can add an optional patient ID for your own tracking. And just like that, you're building a beautifully structured data set, case by case, ready for future analysis.
So why would you do this? What's the real power here? It's all about bridging your day-to-day clinical work directly to your academic inquiry.
Saving these results lets you do longitudinal patient tracking. It makes reviewing past cases incredibly fast. And most importantly, it lets you build a clean, structured dataset that you can export to a CSV file anytime you're ready to do some serious research.
And this is where it all comes together. This brings us to the full OncoToolkit ecosystem. It's a really powerful, totally integrated workflow that's designed to take you from that single saved clinical result all the way to a publication-ready analysis.
The whole workflow is just seamless. It's 3 steps to publication. First, you export all of your saved RMI data into one single CSV file. Second, you run it through our integrated CSV Polisher to get the data prepped and cleaned. And finally, you upload that clean file into the automated survival analysis tool. That's it.
Now, let's talk about the CSV Polisher for a second, because this is a huge time saver. Anyone who's done research knows that cleaning the data is always the biggest bottleneck. It's a nightmare. Well, this tool automates that whole process for you. It handles missing values, it formats your variables correctly. It's going to save you literally hours and hours of manual prep work.
And the final step, the payoff, is the survival analysis tool. You just take that clean data, upload it, and it automates all of those complex statistical tests for you. We're talking about generating publication-ready chi-square analysis, Kaplan-Meier curves, and hazard ratio calculations with just a few clicks, all from your own clinical data.
So here's the bottom line. This tool is designed for the critical decisions you have to make today, but it's also built for the breakthroughs you're going to make tomorrow. Think about it. Your very next clinical case could become the first data point in your next research data set. So the only question is, are you ready to start?